Beloved, today we step into one of the deepest and most draining illusions a human being can carry. The illusion that you are emotionally responsible for other people. If Episode 3 revealed the illusions that shape our relationships, Episode 4 exposes the illusion that shapes how you show up inside those relationships. This illusion is quiet, subtle, deeply conditioned, and often unconscious. But once you see it, you will recognize how profoundly it has shaped your entire life. Let's begin from the truth. You were never meant to carry the emotional world of others, but you learned you had to, and that learning came at a cost. Where the illusion begins. The illusion of emotional responsibility forms early, often before you even develop language. It forms in homes where emotional exposure is unpredictable, a parent struggles with their own emotions, conflict is volatile or suppressed, approval is tied to behavior. One person's mood determines the household's climate. Boundaries are blurred or non-existent. In these environments, your nervous system learns, if I can keep others regulated, I will be safe. So a child becomes the helper, the fixer, the peacemaker, the emotional sponge, the mediator, the stabilizer, the one who doesn't get upset, the one who absorbs everyone else's upset. This is the seed of emotional responsibility. How emotional responsibility shows up in adult life. This illusion doesn't stay in childhood. It becomes a relational framework. You may find yourself apologizing for things you didn't do, avoiding conflict at all costs, suppressing your own emotions, rescuing others when they feel uncomfortable, taking on blame to keep the peace, anticipating emotional reactions, trying to fix others' stress, over-explaining to avoid misunderstanding, checking how someone feels before deciding how you feel, shaping your tone to protect someone's insecurity, absorbing other people's moods, or feeling responsible for someone's anger, sadness, disappointment, or withdrawal. You become the emotional shock absorber. And while others feel steadier around you, you silently drown under the weight of their emotional world. The cost of emotional responsibility. This illusion may look like kindness, it may look like empathy, it may look like maturity, but its cost is devastating. 1. Self-abandonment. Your needs become an afterthought or disappear entirely. 2. Chronic anxiety. You're always scanning for conflict or emotional shifts. 3. Emotional exhaustion. You spend more time managing others than feeling your own truth. 4. Power imbalance. You become the emotional caretaker while others become the emotional center. 5. Boundary collapse. You confuse compassion with self-erasure. 6. Resentment. Because no amount of emotional labor ever creates the safety you are trying to earn. And number 7. Loss of identity. Your worth becomes tied to how well you regulate others. The quietest truth. You learn this to survive. This illusion is not a failure. It's a survival strategy that says, if I can keep you okay, I will be okay. You did not choose this. It happened to you through years of conditioning. But now, beloved, you are awake enough to unlearn it. The shift. Emotional responsibility versus emotional care. Today we make a crucial distinction. Emotional responsibility equals I must manage your emotions. Emotional care equals I can support you without abandoning myself. Healthy relational truth is this. You can be compassionate without rescuing. You can witness emotion without absorbing it. You can care deeply without carrying the weight. And you can love someone without regulating them. You do not lose connection when you stop performing emotional labor. You gain space for authentic connection to emerge. Today's embodied practice, the sacred return. Throughout your day, whenever you feel tense, overly responsible, guilty, anxious about someone else's reaction, compelled to fix, explain, rescue, smooth, or absorb, pause. Place a hand on your chest and say, their emotion belongs to them. My truth belongs to me. Then ask yourself, what is my responsibility in this moment and what is not? This practice will begin returning your emotional energy to your own body. It is a radical act of sovereignty. Beloved, you have carried the emotional weight of others for far too long, not because you wanted to, but because you believed you had to. But today, you are learning a new way, a way your worth is not tied to emotional labor, a way where your truth matters just as much as anyone else's, a way where you stop performing protection and start living authenticity. As this arc continues, you will learn how to step into relationships from a place of clarity, balance, and truth, not illusion. Welcome to episode 4. Your emotional freedom is approaching. If this episode resonated deeply, if you recognized yourself as an emotional caretaker, the fixer, the stabilizer, the peacemaker, then the deeper work is calling you. Inside the Vibrational Sanctuary, you'll find Emotional Responsibility Liberation Toolkit, including a guided practice for releasing emotional weight you've been carrying, a boundary-setting activation for empathetic personalities, an audio journey to restore emotional sovereignty, a method for unentangling your energy from others' emotions, and scripts for truth-led, emotionally balanced communication. Beloved, you deserve relationships where your truth and needs are honored. You will find the links to enter the sanctuary in the show notes to begin living as a sovereign emotional being that you truly are.